Both parties have demonstrated some goodwill in the implementation process with the withdrawal of the purported impeachment notice on their part and the release of hitherto withheld allowances of the members of the State's House of Assembly by the government. I have said before, there is no price too much to pay for peace. And with the realization that the worst peace is better than the best war, we will strive to make peace with all segments and interest groups without surrendering our freedom or jeopardizing the interests and well-being of the good people of Rivers State.
We know that our judicial system is corrupt, and that is the reason why Nigerians no longer trust the APC-led administration, because since 2015 that the APC took over power, we find it very difficult to see the ruling or progressive party obeying the court of law or even the judicial system deliver any competent judgment since that time to date. Welcome to Politics on the Wheel with Jay. This is Alex TV. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do well to do so. Share our videos and let's remain positive at the comment section. So now, the judgment of the Kano State, Supreme Court judgment of the Kano State has been reserved, which is something that we all know already. We also know that the crisis in Rivers State is just kickstarting, and the ground is warming up because, since the Fubara case, and he was not being able to be impeached, some quarters believe that they will throw him away from the Supreme Court. But when you look at the peace agreement that he had with the president and the speech that he gave on the Christmas day, makes so many people to believe that Fubara has committed a suicide by signing that agreement had at Asorok with Wike and the president. Before I go further to talk about the Fubara issues and the suicide mission committed by him, let's look at the video of how the governor of Kano State was received during the Christmas holiday. A lot of massive supporters of the NNPP candidate or the gubernatorial the winner of the gubernatorial election in Kano for the 2023 election, and we saw the controversies that came out from the appeal court, of which they give two different kind of judgment. The judgment that was passed at the court and the paper that was given was quite different, and many people believe, even the clergy threatening from Bauchi, saying that the Supreme Court should be wary of the looming civil war if they declare the APC person the winner of the election. Then let's go to Rivers State. You look at the crisis going on in Rivers. Then when you look at what is happening in far north, you discover that Nigeria is already warming up for something that it cannot even be able to control if it eventually happen. Just imagine that the Supreme Court eventually throw the NNPP candidate away, as well as Fubara from Rivers State with all this crisis. What will become of the peace in Nigeria with all the insecurity that has harbored the country from the inception of the APC-led administration? Before now, we had only Boko Haram threatening the country, but now we have a lot of Fulani herdsmen, banditry here and there, and they are not even making any move to end this insecurity. So fast forward towards Rivers State governor said on Christmas Eve.
My dear good people of Rivers State, it is my singular honor and privilege to address you today on this auspicious occasion of the 2023 Christmas celebration. I have earlier promised, the mantra of our administration is continuity and consolidation. I wish to reiterate that nothing shall constrain us from our part in our commitment to provide a steady flow of the dividend of democracy in all positive ramifications to our dear states. Mr. President's peace proclamation has naturally elicited mixed reaction from our people and across the country. As a principal participant in the entire saga, I have taken some time to study the terms therein and have come to the conclusion that the peace path is not as bad as it might be portrayed by those genuinely opposed to it. It is certainly not a death sentence. It affords some way towards a lasting peace and stability in our dear states. Accordingly, I reaffirm my acceptance of the Presidential Peace Proclamation and my commitment to implementing both the spirit and the letter of the declaration in such a way and manner that will restore political stability to our dear state without compromising the collective interests of our people and our cherished and shared democratic value.
Democratic processes, and that he was going to implement the agreement had with the president, but not to the detriment of the River State people and the democratic procedures. Now let's look at this carefully. What was the agreement that was signed at the Aso Villa? We saw those agreements flying here and there, of which you can see that running on the screen. But let's come to think about it. If Fubara is taking this seriously and signing that contract is a suicide mission, I don't know what he was thinking when he made that speech. But politics is a game of interest and how you can navigate your way through. Probably he has been promised that maybe the Supreme Court judgment will go his favor, so he should just drop some of those things and then see how to go. Like I said in our other video, could it be that Fubara want to play smart on the APC folks and see how he can win the case in the Supreme Court, and then he fired some wicked, and then see how he can do his will in 2027. But let's not forget that the president Bola Ahmed Tinubu, during his time as the governor of Lagos State from 1999 to 2007, he had a lot of quarrel with the then president Olusegun Obasanjo. What was his agreement with the then president? What happened if what happened to the senator who moved from AD as of that time to PDP? Let's look at those critical situations. Now, if you look at the issues of the 27 lawmakers that they come from PDP to APC, it is lawful, it is constitutional. If the president is saying that they should recognize those people and look at the Speaker of the House, then it is obvious that the president wants to alter the constitution once more, just like so many people believe that he did during the presidential petition, where the judiciary were able to maneuver their will around the constitution to give him the mandate to be the president of the country. So let's look at this carefully. While will you say that 27 people should be recognized and the speaker that was thrown aside should be recognized and the budget represented? It is not done anywhere in practices. It is not done anywhere. So I wonder why the president is going this route. It is a constitutional issue, just like Fashola said. So therefore, the president should stay away. Let Wike and Fubara sort themselves up. Those 27 lawmakers have lost their seat according to the constitution. So therefore, the INEC is ought to proceed for by-election immediately. Now, some people are saying that the person who is parading himself as the Speaker of the House should not, and there were some allegation and litigation before now. Now, those 4 members sat and decide to choose one among themselves. Now, if we talk about forming a quorum, the seat has been declared vacant. Somebody left, and constitutionally, the seat has been declared vacant. Why? Because those people left, and according to the constitution, there must be crisis for them to leave. So if there was actually crisis and they left, so the seat has been declared vacant. So you don't talk about quorum anymore. So let them stay clear. The bottom line of this whole issue, both in Rivers and Kano State, is let there be peace, because Nigeria cannot afford to see a war right now. Cannot afford. So if there is crisis from South and there is crisis in Kano State, it will cut across the whole country. Remember, the country is boiling. The country is boiling, and they're waiting for just an opportunity to just explode. So I believe that the president knows better and should do something to make sure that the judgment in Kano and the one from River State is being handled with care.